Hey everyone! The history of American food is on its way back. Thank you to everyone who was checking in on me. I admit this break was longer than I had anticipated. This was partly because I dove into a bunch of interesting books. There is so much written about this period, but it was also partly due to frustration. Yes, cubic meters of print have been written about the American Civil War, though much less is filed under its contemporary name, the War of Rebellion. But despite that, there are glaring holes in what people focus on. So a certain amount of my text hunts have been frustrating. There were major innovations in medical care, food preservation, and logistical organization. This was the first war where troop support for both transportation and supply delivery was mechanized. And the writing about the impact of mechanized logistics, the end of the donkey problem, so to speak, was very thin on the ground. I found myself coming up with novel, or at least rarely aired, conclusions regarding the ways the American Civil War shaped the military logistical thinking for the First World War, and how the preservation and transport of food would drive food habits and market thinking in America. The lack of rigid class structure and the turnover of society that happens in the latter part of the 19th century was caused by the new ways money flowed in this new United States of America. So basically, things got complicated in ways I had not anticipated, but ended up thoroughly enjoying. Also, part of the longer break was getting ahead in some writing so I could go back to an every week schedule. I'll also share some brand new books that rose right to the top of my reference library. They are in there filling in these yawning gaps about the period in food, in the connection of medical care, health, and food, and the way the flow of money and technology development have shaped American food in ways it was not in the rest of the world. Don't worry, there will still be plenty of bread and salt and sugar and beef and booze and drugs and soup and fruit and the rise of dehydrated food. They're all coming, as is the start of my campaign to get America to remember that canned food is awesome and, frankly, a miracle. So thanks for hanging in there. It's good to be back.